Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk about 5 stocks that are doing very well during the pandemic. Well, 5 areas that are doing very well. Now there are more areas I can cover, but today we're just going to talk about 5. So hey, real quick guys, if you're new to the channel, feel free to stick around, like, subscribe, and even share this video. On this channel, I like to talk about money, I like to talk about finances, I like to talk about investment, I like to talk about how you can succeed and be successful financially from wherever you are. That means whether if you have a lot of money or if you don't have a lot of money, it's still possible. So today I want to give you guys 5 areas that have been doing very well when it concerns the pandemic. One of the things you have to remember is that anytime we have something like this happens, whether it's a recession or a pandemic, or there's any type of thing that causes any type of shifts, in our economy, our day-to-day, the way that we do, the way that we live, and things like that, understand that money does not just disappear. It goes from one place to the next. And in these areas, money has been pretty much flowing consistently since the pandemic. So the first area is the information technology area. Now with that, companies like Salesforce, companies like Nvidia. Now if you have been watching the stock market, you can see Snowflake. Snowflake is a company that's based around like data, the cloud, and things like that. And they just went public and their stock price is well over $200. Now, you would hope to see it come down, but you just don't know, because the IT, information technology area, is something highly needed, very important during this time, especially as we're spending more time online, doing more things online, we're doing things more digitally. So the backbone and the background for a lot of these things is the system, the technology system. Now the next one is online sales. Of course, you already knew this one, because if you're like everybody else, you've probably shopped on Amazon more times than you've ever shopped on Amazon. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have a spending habit. It's just because during this pandemic, one of the things people have tried to minimize is direct contact, being right in somebody's face and things like that. So for the stores, people have been shopping online and using online even more, as well as even for online hosting like Shopify. Shopify has been doing extremely well during this time, because as people are ramping up online sales, people are using these stores that are, pretty much ran by Shopify, or someone has a Shopify store, and their stock price has been just going through the roof, even before the pandemic. But times like this just heightens it. So if you were to go and do your research around anything regarding online sales, you'll see that things have been doing really good in that arena. Just ask Disney, just ask Netflix, just ask Hulu. These companies have been doing fairly well during this time, and they've been able to make revenue, especially for companies like Disney, where normally rely on things like their theme parks like Disney, but they haven't been open. But just having Disney Plus and having that situation of where people are streaming and buying movies and things like that, it's caused them to make more money than normal. Now, to go along with online sales, we want to look at the third one, and that is consumer discretionary. Consumer discretionary, you might understand consumer, maybe not discretionary. So basically, let's look at companies like McDonald's or companies like Lowe's, for example, right? Well, where people have been packing Lowe's out because they have been working on their homes, because there's not a whole lot of places you can go, or really a whole lot of places you should be going right now. So people are doing a lot of work on their homes, as well as people are going to fast food restaurants and ordering Uber Eats and things like that a lot more, than normal, because of just the pandemic, of being able to maybe get access to something, access to food in a different way, all the way out to just buying products like household products and things like that. So anything in that arena, like Clorox, for example, these companies have been doing pretty well during this time, based off of the way that we tend to spend in a situation like this. Now, to go along with all of that, the consumer discretionary, the online sales, is online payment processing. So think about Cash App. Cash App is owned by Square. Square, they have been doing very well. Their stock has been going crazy. Let's think about another one. PayPal, right? People paying for things online. And so PayPal is one of those companies that a lot of people use, especially if you have your own business. You use it and you process money. And let's just be safe to say that during this pandemic, with the fact that people have been ordering things more digitally, a lot of stuff has been purchased through via PayPal. Or maybe some other things you may not have thought of, but like what's on your debit card, Visa, MasterCard. As we've seen like a shortage of like change and things like that, using digital payments have become like very essential, and it's been like, it's the first thing. Like, how many people even carry checks anymore? Not too many people. But things that are processing payments online, those things have been doing very well during this time. I think right now, like PayPal is like about $190 a share, for their stocks, and that's crazy. All right, the last area to think about is communication. How do we communicate? Like we're communicating right now, right? So One of the things that we saw a surge in when this pandemic hit and people not being able to physically see each other and things like that is doing a lot of video conferencing. So look at Zoom. Zoom has been doing very well. They're actually like an essential part of life now. Companies use them, individuals use them, people use them for families to be able to communicate and to see each other, do birthdays and baby showers and all types of things. And even through that, we have seen different apps and things start to come out that people are using even more, like even for just streaming online, let's say like StreamYard, people use that a whole lot. Now, I don't know if StreamYard is in the stock market or if they're owned by a company that is, but that's just an example. So communication is your fifth one that has been doing very well during this pandemic. But hey guys, I hope that has been helpful. Be sure to do your own research and looking into these sectors, and I'm sure you can find some good things where you can invest in right now if you are, looking to find some other good investments at this time. Now, if you've seen any or if you have any stocks that have been doing pretty good in these sectors, feel free to list them below. All right guys, I'll see you in the next video. Y'all take care. Peace.